Ssioau. As the current bushfires continue to rage across our country, the Sai Medical Unit of Australia of the Sai International Organisation of Australia bring to you a health guide on staying safe this bushfire season. We are currently in the midst of one of the worst bushfires in our history. Fires are expected to continue for months until autumn along the east and southeast coasts. Over 6 million hectares have been burnt to date. Thousands of people affected. Millions of wildlife have been destroyed. Many threatened species are expected to become extinct. New South Wales and Victoria have officially declared a state of emergency. Changes in wind direction can cause smoke to blow across large regions. New Zealand is already experiencing smoky conditions, and smoke has now drifted as far as Chile. Smoke, haze and poor air quality have severely impacted residents around fire areas, with many areas now deemed as hazardous for health. While the bulk of bushfires burn from the bark or twigs at ground level, extreme weather can cause crowning, where fires reach the canopies of trees at the top. Strong winds then carry these sparks and cause new fires. Once the fire danger rating is above extreme, very little can be done to control these bushfires. Volunteer firefighters have been working tirelessly to curb the damage, aided by the Australian Navy and military. It is imperative that you stay up to date on the following information specific to your location. The single best way to help is to stay away from bushfire affected areas or leave as soon as possible if and when an alert is issued. Keep yourself, your family and your pets safe by taking preventative measures to avoid smoke inhalation related or heat related illnesses. These measures will help reduce the burden on our volunteer and health services. Please check on family and friends regularly. If you live in or are travelling through a bushfire-prone area, you need to stay up to date and know your risk. Access bushfire information websites and download the apps on your mobile today. These websites and apps can notify you of the bushfire alert levels in your area. They also provide comprehensive information on creating a bushfire survival plan and identifying your neighbourhood bushfire safer place. The neighbourhood safer place is usually an open cleared ground or building that can be sought as a last resort. For those living in bushfire-prone areas, official guidance is not to rely on just one source of information. You need to have access to a battery-operated radio that is tuned to your local ABC radio station in case of an emergency. Please remember, your safest option is to leave early. If you see any unattended fires, dial 000, and for any life-threatening emergencies, dial 000. Certain age groups especially the elderly, the very young, and pregnant women are particularly prone to smoke inhalation-related illnesses. Smokers, those with pre-existing heart and lung conditions, are likely to be extra sensitive to bushfire smoke and need to be cautious. Bushfire smoke can pose serious health risks to those that have been exposed. The smoke consists of different sized particles and gases. While large particles can be seen as haze, they can irritate the eyes, nose, and throat. Finer particles can be inhaled deep into the lungs and cause breathing difficulties. Now that we've discussed the symptoms of bushfire smoke inhalation, let's talk about the use of face masks. It is important to recognise that the best way to avoid smoke inhalation-related harmful effects is to stay indoors during smoky conditions. This is particularly important for the at-risk groups. If you have to be outside for extended periods, for example, as part of your work, or if you are already experiencing health effects from smoke inhalation, the use of face masks can help. However, you must use face masks with the rating P2N95 or P100. These masks are effective in blocking out the fine particles discussed before. Choose a mask that has 2 straps that go around your head. These masks are available at your local hardware stores, select pharmacies, or via online suppliers. Please make sure that you are fitting these masks correctly for them to be effective. And no, handkerchiefs, paper, or surgical masks are not effective in preventing the inhalation of particles from bushfire smoke. Here are some tips to stay safe in extreme smoke conditions. Most importantly, stay up to date with your local air quality index and health alerts. When air quality rating is very poor or hazardous, make sure you stay indoors and close all windows. For those who have heart or lung conditions, make sure you discuss your treatment plan with your doctor and have at least 5 days' supply of medications at hand. Especially for asthmatics, please follow your asthma action plan and have enough supply of your inhalers. Most air conditioners have a mode called recycle, recirculate, or reuse. Please turn this on during extreme smoke conditions, as this will avoid outside smoke from entering your home. If you do not have an air conditioner, here are some tips to reduce your heat stress. And finally, when conditions have improved, open the windows in your home to air it out. Head to the website of the Bureau of Meteorology or your state-specific site for up-to-date information on air quality in your local area. Please keep these phone numbers handy should you require any medical assistance. Australia is well known for its sizzling summers. Recent extreme weather conditions, however, have put our health at risk. Here is some information for dealing with heat-related illnesses. Those susceptible to heat-related stress include the very young and the elderly. Being overweight, pregnant, or currently breastfeeding also increases your risk. If you suffer from diabetes, kidney or heart disease, certain medications such as fluid tablets can affect the volume of water in your body. Heat-related illness can span from mild dehydration, heat exhaustion to heat stroke, which is a life-threatening emergency. While dehydration occurs because of insufficient fluid volume in our body, heat stroke is a condition where the body has lost its ability to regulate its core temperature. In extreme heat, our body temperature rises to above 40 degrees, causing severe damage to our organs. Let's discuss the more common condition of dehydration. The first symptoms of dehydration include increased thirst, dry mouth, and progresses to feeling tired, having a headache. You may also notice that your urine output has decreased and the urine is quite concentrated and dark with a yellowish or orange tinge. If you're feeling tired or have a headache in hot weather, try drinking a couple of glasses of water. This may well be the cause of your symptoms. If dehydration progresses, it leads to heat exhaustion, which can cause dizziness, fainting, and muscle cramps. Progressive deterioration and heating of the body leads to heat stroke. Heat stroke is an uncommon but life-threatening emergency where there is rapid pulse, fast, shallow breathing, nausea, vomiting, confusion or strange behaviour. What can we do to prevent heat-related illness? Firstly, drink plenty of water. Even if we're not feeling thirsty, it is recommended that we drink at least 2 litres of water per day. The exception is for those who are on fluid tablets or on a fluid restriction. Please speak to your doctor for recommendations, as often you will need to change your fluid intake to counter the extreme heat conditions. If you are already feeling the effects of mild to moderate dehydration, oral rehydration solutions such as Hydrolyte are excellent sources of replenishing much needed electrolytes. Recent evidence has also proven that half-strength apple juice is just as effective. We must avoid fizzy, sugary drinks, caffeine and alcohol, as these will cause further dehydration. Other tips include wearing light, loose-fitting cotton clothing. It is also important that we stay indoors as much as possible and avoid direct sun. Shutting the curtains and closing the windows will keep your house cool. And here is another safety tip. In extreme heat, trees can drop big branches, so be careful around them. And never ever leave babies, young children or animals alone in the car. If suspicious for symptoms of heat stroke, remember this is a life-threatening emergency. You need to lower the body temperature any way you can by removing excess clothing, immersing yourself in cool water, and placing cold packs under your armpits or in your groin. Cold packs can easily be made at home by using a frozen vegetable bag and placing it inside a pillowcase. Or you can use ice cubes in a plastic bag and place this inside a pillowcase. Please dial 000 for urgent medical attention. And here are the contact numbers for advice about less severe illnesses. In the face of such large-scale natural disasters as the current bushfires, we're often left wondering how we can be of any use. Here are some ways that we can help. This information has been presented to you only as a general guide and does not replace the individual health advice from your doctor. For accurate and comprehensive information, head to your State Department of Health website. Please stay safe during this bushfire season and look out for your friends, neighbours and family. Sai, and thank you for your time in watching this health guide. Brought to you by the Sai Medical Unit of Australia.